Hello. Hello. Man, it always sounds so loud. Well, look who the treasure is. Look how the tables have turned. Iron Anger, how are you doing, my lovely, beautiful human being? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be doing a review and gameplay explanation for an exceptionally beautiful game. An absolutely wonderful gem of a game. As soon as I fix this and have it pick up the correct thing. How about we go here instead? Keep it simple. Boom! Oh, there we go. That looks better. But this is the game that we're going to do a Let's Play for on YouTube. But I wanted to review it first and talk about its pluses, because it's got many, many pluses, and its negatives, which there is one negative to this game. So, my name is BrotherLove. I am a Demogorgon main on Dead by Daylight. Pleasure to meet you guys. I hope that you're all having a great day. And before we go any further, in the link at the bottom of this YouTube video, I'm going to post a save file, and all you got to do is copy and paste it and import it right here. And click import, and then you will be able to import that particular save. Okay, so this is very important. I'm letting you guys know about it now, because we're going to just go ahead and jump into the only negative this game has. Okay, and I've been a part of this community for many years. Let me see how many hours played, that way you guys can see how long I've been playing this game. I don't want to say something and you be like, oh, I don't know if he's ever even really played this game before. Alright, let's go to library, idle wizard. Does it say? Yeah, look at that. 3,700 hours. And let's see what our greatest achievement that we've earned so far has been. Let's see, in 2019 I unlocked weapons. In 2020, I had completed every challenge in this game. So, I beat everything there was in this game, and then I took a break. And when I came back, they had added some more wonderful things to it, right? As you can see, we have all these beautiful achievements, and these are the new achievements now. They've added tier 3 pets. They've added some new achievements. It's pretty great. So the one negative is really interesting. It's really interesting because the people who play this game religiously don't think it's hard, right? They think it's a simple game. And there's some kind of mathematical geniuses or something. That's all I have to say. They're highly skilled, they're highly wonderful, they're beautiful human beings, but they don't realize just how good they are at the game. If you was to compare this game to, say, Clicker Heroes, which is a game most people have played that love this genre, Clicker Heroes is just this part of a game. That's it. That's all Clicker Heroes is. I beat Clicker Heroes. It's got a really simple reset mechanic. It's super simple, right? It's not complicated at all. This game is so much more complicated than Clicker Heroes. I often call this the Dota 2 of idle games, right? It's like the big brain idle game. It is not simple at all. And anybody who tells you it is simple, they're a genius. They're a beautiful, wonderful person. They're a genius. But that's the one negative of the game, is getting your fingers into the game can be daunting. Because, there's so many things to do. There's so many things going on. How do I make the right choices? Well, that's why I'm going to do a Let's Play on YouTube, to show you guys that while there's not really a wrong choice, there's choices that aren't going to earn you rewards. There's a few choices that will get you teeny tiny baby little rewards. And then there's the absolute poggers, the best choices, right? So I'm going to walk you guys through that process. What is Idle Wizard? Well, like the name says, it's mainly an idle game. Now you can click. There are some heroes that involve clicking. So if you must click in a clicker idle game, then this is the champion for you right here. The guy's name is the Exorcist. Click your little heart out. You're gonna have an absolute blast. But for most of the rest of them, you can just idle your way through this game. Look at my pet. Get it, pet. Get that pet. Oh, there it went. You see that? Cold-blooded assassination that took place right there on screen. This is where my pet sleeps, right here. Now this is a custom room, a custom orb, custom skin. And we are E214 into the game. Let's take a look at what this guide says about E214. This guide says that, what's this, basics? See if we can find this. Right here. This is called the later game. You got the late game here. You got the later game here. So we all the way in late game, right? If we get to E300, which is only, 86 E mysteries away, we'll be in what they call the end game. But what people are currently pushing is this thing called the Abyss. Okay? So this is the actual end game of the game currently. This is something I have not touched yet. But we're solidly in this area right here. So this has the most powerful combination of wizard and pet is these two. But let me tell you guys a secret. Styles make fights and styles make games enjoyable or not. And I personally don't find the Alchemist gameplay to be fun and rewarding. I do not enjoy the Alchemist. So then I tried the Exorcist. The Exorcist was suboptimal, to say the least. I did everything the guide said, and basically I was really let down by the Exorcist. So then I went to Old Faithful, because let me tell you guys a secret. When BrotherLove first started playing this game, and everybody said, oh, play this class, and oh, play that class, there was just one class that was the apple of BrotherLove's eye, and it was the Necromancer. And BrotherLove played the Necromancer to E300, and then I played the Shaman to above E600. Okay, so I only played 2 classes the last time I played this game, and so I know for a fact what both those classes can do. So I whipped up my good old Necromancer right here, and in the same amount of time that my Chronomancer earned E2 and my Exorcist earned a big fat 0, A big fat 0 in mysteries. This absolute Chad of a beast right here earned E12 mysteries. Yeah, Brother Love knows what he's doing with the Necromancer. Let me just say, hey, Immortal Ops, yo, what's up, homie? Joe Rogan was talking about. You know, I haven't watched Joe Rogan since he switched to the different platform. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I like Joe Rogan a lot. I like the fact that he built himself up and then he sold his content for a period of time to a different platform. I respect that. I got no problem with that whatsoever. Love him. Think he's great. Used to love his podcast and look forward to it all the time, especially when he'd have Dr. Rhonda Patrick on or Jordan Peterson. But no, I haven't seen Mr. Rogan in quite a while now, to be completely honest with you. Let's see. Oh, yes. So the things that we want to talk about, let's do a review of the game real quick. The game is absolutely free. Okay? So the barrier to gameplay for most people in the world is the game free? Yes. There. Barrier passed. Okay? Is the game pay to win? Not in the least bit at all. There is a shop. You can put money in the shop. It's not going to help you. let me show you what I mean. There's going to be these little packages that show up on the side, and they're nice, but they're not going to help you out, okay? They don't make that big of a difference in your gameplay. Like, if you're super ambitious and you just can't wait, sure, you can buy some crafting material, right? But guys, everything comes to you with time in this game. So if you're a patient gamer and you like depth and strategy in idle games, then this is definitely the game for you. Let's count how many classes there are. Okay, there's the Apprentice. This is your base before you become a wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 wizards plus the Apprentice. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Tier 2 wizards. And the Tier 2 wizards are combinations of the Tier 1 wizards. See, you have the Alchemist and the Umbromancer. The Temporalist is made up of the Prodigy, and looks to me like, I can't tell, Chronomancer? Oh, well, I might play him in the future then, because Chronomancer is actually one of my favorite classes ever. Then we got the, let's see, what is this? Arcanist Abolisher, okay. Demonologist Iron Soul, Voidmancer Exorcist, and this is half Druid, half Necromancer. This is the Shaman. This is the one that I used to get to the end of the game when that used to be the end game. Okay, it's no longer the end game, but it used to be. And then you have pets that you can play with, and each pet has a unique function, and they all have a really good use, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24. So we got 12 Tier 1, 12 Tier 2 pets, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Tier 3 pets, right? When I played the game, Tier 3 pets didn't exist. So this is something new that I get to play with and to do a Let's Play and to have a blast with. It's going to be absolutely lovely. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be pogtastic. We're gonna have an absolutely good time. One of the best features about this game, I need to point it out real quick, is no matter how much money you put in the game, you can reset the game one way, where you keep this part, or you could reset the game this way and get rid of everything and do a completely fresh playthrough. And I know what you're thinking, well, why would you do that? Well, that's a very good question. The reason why you would do that is there's only one time in the entire lifetime of the Demonologist that he's a good idea to play. One time. So between a certain mystery mark, which I believe is E0 to like E10 10 or 20 or something like that. That's the only time you ever get to play this dude in the entire game. And he's quite fun, actually. He's kind of a blast. Like, these lower level wizards have their time and then it passes. Like, this guy right here is only good up to E100. This guy's only good to E300. I'm not exactly sure at what point this one's good at, but we're going to figure that out together on YouTube. So the same with these. These are not my favorites. These are not my favorites. This one's okay. Now the Chronomancer is absolutely beautiful. This character's gameplay is so fun and addictive. I wish the entire game you could play him, because he is just, the second you pick him up, zoom, you take off. It's blast off, man. You pick him up about E100, and he will get you to E200 in a matter of days. And it'll be fun the entire time you're doing it. He's a Time Lord. He travels through time. He makes things like multiple times faster. It's really a blast. He's one of the most fun characters ever created. This guy and his pet, specifically, you play them offline. I'm not even joking. You give them experience online, and then you close the game, and then they make more profit offline than most people make online. That's how their entire play style works. See? Well, it might not say right there, but trust me, that's exactly how it works. Then you got the Alchemist, who I hate, and I don't enjoy playing the Alchemist, but I can see why people would. Here's another character that I don't care too much about, the Iron Soul. And then there's the Abolisher. And the thing about the Abolisher is, this is a very powerful class, but he's very gear dependent. And also, he's only allowed to have one pet. But he has a very special pet that's just for him. And this pet basically does a little bit of like what half the pets do. It's fantastic. The pet is amazing. But he has a heavy item requirement, and he has, you gotta have your ducks in a row to play this character. He's very simple though, so that's the good news. If you like simple characters, he's simple. The Chronomancer simple, Necro simple, Druid simple. Now, when you hit about E300, you're gonna need to pick your tier 2 class to get to E600. So you know, obviously, I'm always a person that loves the Shaman, but it was recommended to me recently to do the Archon. So for the Let's Play that I'm gonna film for YouTube, when I hit E300, we're gonna do the Archon, okay? Because the Archon is the stronger version of this guy, the stronger version of the Abolisher, and the Archon gets a special pet too, and I've never got to play with that pet. And just like this pet, he's a combination of pets, and apparently very, very powerful. You don't have to try very hard, is what I was told. And so now would be a good time to shout out Kiki, who I met on the Discord last night, and Huggles the Deceiver. So big shout out to you guys. The Discord is very active, ladies and gentlemen. They give out codes. I highly recommend signing up for the Auto Wizard Discord. If you like free stuff, they give out free stuff. But even better, they have guides, they have charts, they're patiently willing to explain every aspect of the game to you. It's a good community. But bear in mind, they're experts at the game, so they have very strong feelings. And their feelings don't always agree with each other. So I think the best way to approach them is with kindness and patience, because they really know what they're talking about with this game. They really know their stuff. Another great feature about this game is, you see this import button right here? You make save files with the export, and then you paste them into the import, and you can save your favorite moment in the game. Like, say that your favorite class, the only class that you even like, is the Chronomancer. And the Chronomancer is only viable from E100 to E200. You save your E100 file, and you could just play the Chronomancer as many times as you want to. Maybe that's the gameplay loop that you enjoy. See, this game It's very unique, and I mean that in the best possible way, because it provides you all these different gameplay loops and all these different options, but some of the loops feel way better than other loops. So anyway, that's a wonderful thing that I love about the game, and I'm going to show you guys some of my save files. And again, at the end of when I post this video on YouTube, just go to the links in the comment section, the links, and I'm going to have a link to a save file for you guys. See, when I was a kid, I used to have a subscription to this thing called Nintendo Power, and I would go rent a video game cartridge, and I would plug it into whatever system, Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx, and then I would open up my Nintendo Power, and I would use a code from there to get a little bit further in the game. So I asked myself, at what point in this game would a brand new player actually be interested at playing the game? And the answer resoundingly on the Discord was, well, why wouldn't they want to play from the beginning? Because you kind of got to be an expert. It's like I say, you kind of got to know exactly what you're doing in this game. So the point that I decided to unlock is right when you get your first attributes, because these things are beautiful. These are your stat points. Every RPG you've ever played in your life, these are your stat points right here. And it's lovely. They give these beautiful bonuses. So that's what the save file is going to be to. It's a save file to, I'm trying to remember, I think it's 2,000 mysteries. And I think it's actually 100 billion mysteries, my bad. 100 billion mysteries unlocks your ability to have attributes. So that's what the save file is going to get you guys to. And now I'm going to demonstrate the save file. This is my current character in the game. I had a more powerful character. I deliberately reset the entire game so I could get the experience from the beginning again. And I've been playing this game nonstop for like 2 weeks now. Been having a blast. Been testing some theories. Been thinking about what parts I can speedrun and what parts I can't. The pet that I'm using right now is called the Homunculus. I'm playing an apprentice, which is the base class. They're not even a wizard yet. And I'm running the Homunculus. See, we can actually start casting our spells. Now she says max because the Homunculus has a special ability. She can take your highest mana per second and it multiplies by 10, and she can buy that many. These are called mana sources. So basically she helps you push further in the game than you currently were pushing, right? That's a wonderful thing. Doesn't that sound great? So we just click this so she'll have something to do. But even better than her is the next upgrade. Because not only is he slightly better than her, like she does it by 10, he does it by 12. He's slightly better than her, but he also increases your profits. So he's twice as good as her, if you want to say that. He's twice as lovely. So we're going to let him level up. This is my current save. What I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to just show you guys a couple of my save files. We're going to talk about the different wizards and how they play. So the Discord is probably the best resource that you can go to. But if there was a second best resource, it's this one right here. This is called idlewizardfandom.com/wiki. Okay? idlewizardfandom.com/wiki. And this will answer every question in the game that you have. And if it doesn't, ask it on the Discord. It's probably in here, but if you can't find it, ask it on the Discord. I mainly use this to do everything in the game. It explains so much. It explains it well. It tells you exactly how to do things, what the most efficient way is, and it's beautiful. There's lots of math in this game, so if you're a math fan, you can really get into the math. I really like the theory craft. I think a lot of people do. That's why they play Magic the Gathering. That's why they play Yu-Gi-Oh! They like to come up with their own ideas, their own decks. And you can kind of do that in this game too. That's why this game is so deep. Like Clicker Heroes, not that deep. Cookie Clicker, not that deep. Adventure Capitalist, not that deep. And those are some of my favorite idle games. This game, it's so deep they had to come up with a website and a Discord to explain it. Which is why I call it a negative, but to me it's a positive. To me it's a positive that it's got so many layers like an onion of depth. Because that's why I have 3,700 hours in it. It gives me lots of enjoyment. It releases that dopamine. You get to that next level. You're like, oh yeah, I did the right thing. This game will definitely give that to you. So since this is a review, let's talk about the game systems real quick. What kind of systems are we going to have in place in this game? What's the point of the game? The point of the game is that you're an apprentice and you want to become a wizard. And you can become a wizard within, say, a couple of hours. It doesn't take long. It just takes a little bit of effort, maybe even less than an hour, right? You can become a druid really quick, a demonologist real quick. It takes 4 hours to become a necromancer. So that's why I say it does take a little bit of time, but it's fairly quick. So then when you're a wizard, what do you want to do? What do all wizards want to do? They want to become more powerful. The way you become more powerful in this game is you unlock mysteries and secrets. Ooh, mysteries. Mysteries are a currency that you build up that you don't lose. And each mystery increases your profits by 3%. So, you know, even if you only unlock one mystery, your next run, you're going to be 3% stronger. And for those of you who understand how idle games work, that's wonderful. That's great. That's lovely. And then when you've created all the mysteries, your little heart desires, you're going to unlock all these wonderful things through Paragon levels. Paragon levels give you things like attributes, unlock challenges that, look at all, man, there's 100 challenges you can do. 100! And they're all fun. There's these little game modes. They'll give you a specific pet, a specific wizard. You got to do this very specific thing in a specific amount of time. But if you do it, there's these huge rewards that'll give you like 3 free attribute points. Or let's take a look at some of the other things that it'll give you. There's tons of interesting things that'll give you. Reduce the level requirement to use a spell or a wizard. This is really strong. It also reduces the level requirement to equip a tier 2 pet. So it really helps out a lot. Let's take a look at some more rewards that we can get. Because there's several different kinds of rewards. Increase your character experience from actions. So this helps your wizards level up to a higher level. That sounds wonderful. Increases your starting level. So instead of when you exile to get your mysteries, starting at level 1, you'll start at level 2. Oh, there's quite a few of those. Lots of attributes, character experience. There's at least 2 more kinds of things that it gives you. Here we go. Accumulated spell bonus. That's one. By 250. I haven't unlocked him yet, unfortunately. And you have to basically go on these challenges to unlock the different wizards. And it's quite fun. It's kind of addictive to unlock the pets and the wizards because you have to do very specific things. Some spells in this game take, like, say, an hour to charge. You equip this, it takes 5% less. I mean, when you earn this challenge. It's so nice. I love that kind of stuff, man. Attribute points. Accumulated spell bonuses again. Yeah, those are basically the main things you can get. You can also do these things called trials. You'll earn runes. And as you can see, I'm doing 2 trials right now. This is the trial of patience. Basically, you just click start. And 24 hours later, it gives you this plus something randomly from this list, right? It gives you something nice plus something from this list. This is the trial of innovation and only lasts 1 hour. I'm running 2 trials at the same time. This will give me a random research item. This is a piece of gear. And the way this gear levels up is if you get another exact piece, it levels up. So that's the only way to level up that gear, is to run this particular trial. But the one that most people run is the Trial of Valor. And in this little mini game, you'll be fighting a monster. There's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 types of monsters with different abilities. And basically, you're going to cast a spell that's the opposite of whatever 2 defensive spells they're casting. It's way simpler than I'm making it sound like. It's a lot of fun. It's super quick. And you can quickly get a reward from this list. It's really nice. It really is. You know, you can read the lore if you're into that kind of thing. The more trials you do, the more things it unlocks to make your character stronger. Oh, look at all these beautiful things it unlocks. Oh, that's great. And the more challenges you do, unlocks stuff like this. Look, once you get your 50th attribute, you get this reward permanently. 12 challenges, this permanently. 500 achievements, which I already have, this permanently. Like, this will make you so much more powerful as a wizard. Like I said, this game is so deep. It's so deep. But we're not done yet. There's more. There's more things to talk about. This is your character sheet. It shows your intelligence, your wizard, your pet, what my crafting level is, what my gathering level is. So let's talk about crafting. If there was anything that I could craft right now, it would be above this area. But there's nothing I can craft. But we could take a look at all of our gear. You have all these different gear sets specifically made for specific wizards. Like, if you're a huge fan of a specific wizard, the gear is here. Like, give you an example. What if you really like your demonologist a lot? He's your favorite class ever. This set of gear is made perfectly for the demonologist because he has a special pet. It's called the daemon. And those two together are like peas and carrots. They're like peanut butter and jelly. And this set will make them gain so many levels, it'll boggle your mind. You'll be boggled. This is the Necromancer set. This is part of the Chronomancer set. And Chronomancer is one of my absolute favorite classes in this game. This is the Druid set. See all these beautiful, wonderful, lovely items. And you might notice over here, not only can you unlock items, but they're at legendary quality. That means I already took them from common to uncommon to rare to legendary. So we spent thousands of crafting supplies to make every item we currently own legendary already. These things can only be made legendary through the one mechanic I told you about, where you get the item again, or while you're running a different thing called, I don't remember what it's called, but you have to have them equipped while you're fighting, and then they level up. Kind of like in EverQuest, there was some weapons that you had, they would gain experience from you fighting. These gain experience from you fighting. So, yeah, there's a lot of depth and complexity in this game. And not only that, but look, I'm using 3 different sets of items on my character. We have the pet phase. This is where you're building up your character levels, your pet levels. Then we have the pre-burst phase where you're building up void mana. And then you have your burst phase. This is when you're going to earn as many mysteries as you can. And there's hotkeys that you can press to change from the gear sets real quick. You see? Super simple. Very easy stuff to do. It's very beautiful and wonderful and fun. So this is what crafting looks like. And now I'm going to take you to the expedition. This is how you level up the one thing. You fight these monsters and you go on these expeditions and it gives you rewards. It also levels up your character. Look, we got 6 attributes we can spend. And I'm making a very specific deck that I found on the wiki. And this deck is basically a glass cannon. In Magic the Gathering, this would be a fireball deck, okay? Basically. Long story short, it's a spell deck. It's a glass cannon spell deck, right? It doesn't care about living. It's going to kill the monster faster than the monster can kill you. We are 6 points away from maxing potency, but this is maxed. This is already at its cap. We're going to get this to 45. We're going to get this to 10. We're going to get this to 50. And this is also maxed. So look, we're going up very fast. It's going really quick. This gives you experience. There's new spells you can unlock. This is what the deck looks like. You can modify your deck. In fact, I have every spell I need already except one. We're waiting for level 106, and then we're going to unlock Shattering Strike, and we're going to put it right here instead of the Script of Harvest. And then our deck's going to be complete. At that point, we're going to be ready to finish the expeditions. So we're going to leave now. Now, you notice how I have it on auto? I'm not actually fighting the monsters. What if you're the kind of person that wants to fight the monsters? Dude, you are in luck. You can use your deck against monsters in a real combat simulation. And on top of that, your rewards will be far greater than my rewards from playing on idle. I get like 1/10 of the reward by idling, but I also don't have to do anything. Have I ever told you guys that I'm lazy? Listen, BrotherLove ain't the kind of guy to do things the hard way. If there's a path of least resistance, BrotherLove's going to find that path, and yea, verily, I'm going to head down it with gusto, with all my heart. You see this one item I have down here? That's from the one time I killed one monster the correct way in this game. Notice I don't have any more. This is 2 weeks of me idling here, but I got tons of we got 81 levels doing it this way. There's nothing wrong with either choice you make, but if you want a more active game style, this game will give you either active or idle, whichever one you want, which is the lovely part about it. It's super deep, but it's super beautiful. Look, he's already maxed out. Let's give him something else to do. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm making all of my mana sources as powerful as they can possibly get. Every time his bar fills up, he buys me a free power source. Right? He's wonderful. He's lovely. Because what he buys is 12 times more expensive than what my previous mana from the last exile was per second. He's gorgeous. We just got a reward from running the Trial of Innovation. We got some crafting dust. And we also got an upgrade to the Servant's Overclocking. Ooh, let's take a look at that real quick. Hey, that's the one I'm using. Poggers. Yay. Increases the idle bonus. That is beautiful. That is wonderful. We got us a little upgrade. Well, how you like them apples? I like them a lot. They're golden delicious. You see this guy? We got him up to green level. We got him to uncommon. Well, this guy, unfortunately, I think I need to unlock it one more time. I need to do an innovation and get it one more time, and then this will be uncommon too. And it looks to go up to rare. It looks like it takes about 4. And then to get to legendary, it'll probably take 8. You know, I'm guessing. I have no idea. It's going to take a while. We're not in a... If you're in a rush, idle games in general will not be what you're interested in. So I know I'm doing a guide and a gameplay review for a very specific genre. So to the people who love idle games, it's not going to bother you that you have to wait a little while. It doesn't bother those kinds of people that they're going to have to wait a bit. It's understood. It's part of the gameplay loop that we enjoy. So we talked about earning mysteries. You exile to get your mysteries. If we exiled right now, we would get 0. Because we're in the pet build-up phase. We're not even on the pet we're going to use. We're using this pet to get an advantage before we unlock the next pet. And if you're super lazy, you don't even have to do this step. Like, you can make this game as simple as you want or as complicated as you want. Yeah, you love Alex Jones? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there with a lot of information. There really is. And I watch a lot of people. I don't think I've ever watched him, but I got nothing against him. And I do think I saw him on Joe Rogan once, maybe even twice. Back when I used to watch Joe Rogan before he moved to whatever. I don't even know where he moved. Is it Spotify? Something like that. Okay, so we talked about the soft reset mechanic of exiling. Now let's talk about realms, okay? There's another soft reset mechanic. Let's see if we can find it real quick. I think it's E500. No, it's E400. So when we get right here, we can unlock the realm. And here's the secret that I was told. The very first time you get here, immediately do it. It took them a while to figure this out. But what they discovered is, so I'm sharing the secret with you. What they discovered is that you want to immediately unlock the realm, and this is going to give you memories. And you spend those memories on upgrades that last forever. So the next time you run the game, it'll be more powerful. And then by the time you get back up to this point, you're not going to instantly realm again. This time you're going to go further, and they say the way that you decide when you're going to realm then is by the multiplier. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that means because this was added after I played the game. But we're going to find out what that means together on the Let's Play. We're going to find that out together. So this is something, even though I've been way further than this, I've been above here, this is brand new, added to the game. And that's another wonderful thing about this game. Guys, how many games have you played? It never had an expansion. It never had a DLC. It was $80 game. And you only ever got 20 hours of value out of it. I'm sure we've all been there. I'm sure we all played a game like that. They said it was the greatest thing ever, and it wasn't that great. This is the exact opposite of that. This is the No Man's Sky of idle games. They come out with content constantly. They're upgrading and tweaking things constantly. It's crazy the amount of effort and work the developers put in this game. And they're wonderful. You can talk to them. They're going to help you out if you have a problem. Very good people. Like I say, I've actually been part of this community for quite a few years. But I did take a 1.5-year hiatus from the game. Let's see, we got something called the summary list. Ooh. It's just telling me simply what we already have unlocked. Okay, cool. So what happens when you exile? When you realm? The second soft reset mechanic. When you realm, you lose all this side, but you keep this side. It locks your items, but if your items are legendary, when you unlock them again, they're going to be legendary again. There's a new mechanic called a forge. Again, I haven't done that yet, but we're going to do it together. It's not a big deal. It's going to be a blast. You might be saying, how come you haven't switched to the Necromancer yet? Brother Love, I noticed that you're still stuck on the Apprentice. Now, this is going to sound silly, and it doesn't help that much. It really doesn't. But the way I enjoy it is there's this one particular upgrade. And it says, increase your profits by the amount of time you spent as an apprentice. Right? I'm basically resetting this guy twice a day now. So until he does all of his job, I stay an apprentice. When he's completely done, I switch to Necromancer and I switch to Risen Giant. So that's the simple explanation why I don't have my Necromancer out yet. Does that make a big difference? Not that big. Does it make some difference? It does make some difference. And it's the exact right amount of effort that Brother Love's willing to put in the game. Let me tell you that much. If you ever wondered how much effort Brother Love's willing to put in, now you know. Things that we have not unlocked ever yet is the Realm. That's new. Never seen it. The Pantheon, there's a list of false gods that you can pick from. And in the game characters pray to that false god and it gives you strength somehow. I'm not exactly sure. And then you have memetics, right? I believe when you realm, you earn memories that you sell. You buy stuff here in the market. The memories never go away. You can buy upgrades. I have not got to do that yet. But gosh, I think that's everything in a nutshell. Basically, every class plays different. Every pet has a unique use. And Most classes will get to as high a level as they can, and then they'll put on a pre-burst set where they build up their void mana as high as possible, and then they'll put on a burst set where they will burst their specific spells as they go through the void mana. That's the way most classes work in this game, okay? So that's very simple. Now, there are some exceptions to that, and I think it's very interesting that the developers of this game came up with those exceptions. Like, they big-brained this game. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If BrotherLove came out with a game, it would be so much worse than this game. It would be so much simpler. What you see here is a custom room. You can buy a custom room. This is the room that I like the most. I was also drawn to this room, but I didn't get it. This room reminds me of like a Warhammer 40K or something like that. It reminds me of sci-fi movies like gosh, what's the one that's got Lawrence Fishburne and there's a ghost ship in space? Yeah, that's kind of what this reminds me of. But this is the one that I like the most, so I got this one. So you can pick a room. Now, this is a cosmetic currency that you earn for free playing the game. You do not have to pay to get this currency. You will get this currency for free playing the game. You don't have to pay for anything in this game. Every class that you play has a specific crystal ball, right? But also, there's cosmetic crystal balls. And as you can tell, I preferred this one more than I preferred any of these. Now, this one's attractive to me too. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like this one. But this was by far the one that looked the best to me personally. So you can customize that. You can customize all the classes. This is what the apprentice actually looks like. This is the base apprentice. But you can customize it with the free currency to look however you want. And this is the most expensive. The expensive ones have flowing designs. They're animated, right? They're beautiful. Let's go ahead and put this guy back to work again. Let's go ahead and get him working on the last 3 now. And then I'm going to show you guys a quick pre-burst. I'm going to show you guys a quick reset of the game. We're probably not even going to earn any profit because basically I really would want to run this for probably until about 10 p.m. And then I'd set it up again before I go to bed for a morning burst. But I typically like to do 2 bursts a day on the Necromancer. But I just want to show you guys what a burst looks like. We earned the attribute. Oh, we've earned 3 attribute points. Nice. Very nice. Let's see. What else do I want to put some points at? I do believe that we need to put 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. So we'll go ahead and put 1 there. We have a buff currently that gives me +5. And your gear has requirements on it. Like, say I have a piece of gear and it says, you need to have 100 intelligence and 100 insight to wear this piece of gear. Even though 100 intelligence and 100 insight might not be good for my wizard class, it might be, that piece of gear might be way better than that for my wizard class. So I really want to wear that piece of gear. Well, you have to make sure that your gears fit the requirements. I'm going to cycle through the gear right now and show you. Every piece of gear fits the requirements. Every piece of gear fits the requirements. So, I do not have the best in slot gear yet. I'm still working on getting enough attributes to wear all the best in slot gear. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. When you're building up your character and your pet, this isn't the best. The pet gear is the best. But the head, we don't have enough attribute points for yet. We haven't unlocked the back yet. We haven't unlocked the legs yet. So there's some improvements that can be made to this set. There's a chest piece that we're missing here. We don't have enough attribute points for. But I believe everything on my burst set is exactly what I currently want. So I think we're completely fine here. We could probably change this out if we wanted to, but have I ever told you guys how lazy I am? So this is called the Artificer's Shoulder Pads. This is one of the best items in the game because it increases your resources that you need to craft items with and upgrade items. Its accumulation speed by 25% when you're wearing it. That is awesome. That is amazing. That is so powerful. It literally cuts weeks of time off of your grind if you wear that. So this is called gathering. See how complicated that was, guys? I just gathered right there. My gathering level just went up slightly. I got some experience from doing that. Wearing the shoulder pads makes that happen 25% faster. It cuts a quarter of the time. So let's say it takes a month for you to get as many legendaries as I currently have. A month. Well, it'll cut a quarter of that time off. That's how good that item is. So basically, the very first item that you should be looking for is a shoulder item called the Artificer's Pauldrons. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. It's definitely best in slot when you first start playing this game. And we haven't even unlocked the weapons on this character yet. You're going to get a very powerful wizard-specific weapon. You're going to get an offhand weapon. So you get a weapon and an offhand. There's a lot of power left on the table for this character. We're going to wait for him to finish, and then we're going to do a pre-burst, and then we're going to do a burst, and then I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to export the save so I have it forever, and then I'm going to start importing saves to show you guys the other beautiful thing about this game. You'll notice that we are VIP Renowned level 6. Now, not going to lie to you guys, I played this game like a year, and then I decided that the game had given me so much free fun that I would pay back the developers by buying some stuff from the cash shop. Now, I didn't have to buy the stuff. The stuff doesn't make a huge difference. It does make a little difference. Okay, it does help out a little. When you're talking about a game that the math goes up exponentially, like there is no end to the game, a little bit of help is basically negligible. But this was basically me saying thank you devs for such a wonderful game. And you know, and there's another part of me that's kind of like, I want to be the best, you know. Apocalypse Now. This isn't a game for anger. Yeah, this isn't a game for a lot of people. But people who like clicker games and people who like idle games, this game is pretty fantastic. Because you can play it like a clicker and you can also play it like an idle game. I'd say this game is 95% idle. But if you want to click in it, it has the classes to get you all the way. If you want to click in it, the 5% it has is going to be adequate to get you there. Now, you absolutely do not need an auto clicker in this game. I do occasionally use an auto clicker. See? But you don't need to use an auto clicker in this game. Where it really helps that out the most is basically the very beginning, first couple of hours of the game. And then it basically doesn't help much at all after that point, unless you're attracted to those two classes. You see my bar filling up? Because when this bar is full, I get bonus idle production. Oh, we just earned another attribute point. Nice. Yeah, let's go, baby. I'm going to try and get this to 150. Very nice. Because when these buffs fall off in a couple of days, if I haven't put 5 points into all 6 of these areas, I'll lose a piece of gear. And I don't want to lose that gear. I want that gear. That's why I picked it, because I want it. After we fill these up, which should be in a couple of days, we'll pick the next piece of gear to add to our sets, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the attribute points there, and then we'll swap it out and we'll improve our character that way. And that's basically the the gist of this game is getting gear, upgrading gear, putting on better and better and better gear. It's the flow of the game. It's what makes the game fun, is unlocking these beautiful sets of gear. And believe me when I say this gear is super powerful. Like this ring right here, you know that guy who's zipping those little things out? The reason he's doing them so quick is because look what this ring called Whiplash does. Increases its ability power. Oh, that's good. But also its charging speed by 300%. Let's say this guy was only doing it once every 3 seconds. Well, now he's doing it once every second. That's a very powerful ring. Yeah, there's lots of unique items in this game that give you very unique abilities. It's a ton of fun. It really is. I have a blast on this game. We're getting close to being done. This is just going to be a short stream that I'm going to upload to YouTube, and I'm going to share that link. And basically, I'm just showing you guys what the Let's Play is going to look like. So what are the rules for my Let's Play going to be? Well, this is my Let's Play, so I get to play it how I want to. And the way I'm going to play the Let's Play is I'm going to play it with VIP 6 at level 1. Now, does that make a huge difference? It makes like a 30-minute difference, and that's it. A 30-minute difference in a game that's, gosh, it would take you 3,000 hours to get to anything remotely close to a stopping point in this game. So it's negligible. It's less than a % difference. So I want to use it because I earned it. I deserve to have it. And it gives tiny little quality of life improvements to me for supporting the game. But just to show you guys that you can do all this stuff without VIP, all day long yesterday, I did all of these things that you see VIP 0. This is the VIP 6 line. But these VIP 0s right here, this is what I did yesterday. And I got all the way to attributes yesterday without any VIP at all. Just to show you guys that you can do it. My first attempt, I used I believe I used the Druid Pixie and I used the Demon Daemon combination. It took me 8 hours. My second attempt, I used just the guide. It was much, much faster. But those were all without the VIP levels. See? So I'll show you that in just a little bit. As soon as we do our pre-burst. Very fun game. I guess we'll sing a song right now since we're waiting. My name is BrotherLove. Tell you a little bit about me real quick. I am a PG family-friendly streamer. I did most of my streaming in a game called Dead by Daylight, which is a PvP horror asymmetrical game where one monster goes versus 4 teammates. And they try and complete their objectives, and you try and stop them from living. Basically. And I played a character known as the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. And I was the #1 Demogorgon in history. I have all the records, including I'm like 2nd place on speedrun.com for fastest kill on Demogorgon. I have the most shred downs on the 1 and 2 websites that record shred downs. I have the #1 number of shred downs. I also have another couple of records in the game, which is why you see that World Championship belt up there, because we were World Champion Dead by Daylight. We have another couple of records, like in Dead by Daylight, once a month on the 13th, which is tomorrow, the game resets your rank from I'm rank 1 killer right now. It'll reset it all the way down to Ash 4. Well, BrotherLove wanted to know, how long would it take a killer who played the very best to go from the lowest grade to the highest rank 1? How long would it take me? The first time I did it, it took like 10 hours. I think it took like 55 games. But the second time I did it, I had practiced it so well. I had basically what you would call your perfect run. the best possible outcome that could have ever happened to me. Basically, I double pipped every single game, which meant I got to rank 1 killer in the shortest amount of time in history with all perfect games. And we have all those videos recorded. They're on my Twitch channel. They're on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch those games. We used a killer called the Wraith, who was absolutely gorgeous. He was amazing. He's still powerful today if you want to play him. But right now we're looking at the idle games and the clicker games. We're trying to find some new content. We're going to do some Let's Plays on YouTube. Let's go back to the game so you can see that. And we sing a lot of songs. We talk about PG things. We'll occasionally talk about religion. We'll occasionally talk about politics, but in a PG, family-friendly way. Alright, so my favorite song to sing to you guys is Jesus Loves Me. So let's sing that song real quick. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves us. The Bible tells us so. And Jesus loves me, he who died, heaven's gates to open wide. He will wash away my sin. Let his little child come in. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves us. The Bible tells us so. Jesus loves me still, though I'm very weak and ill. From his shining throne on high, comes to watch me where I lie. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves us. The Bible tells us so. And you might be wondering, Brother Love, is there any sound to this game? There is. I just turned it down on purpose. I turned it down so that I could talk to you guys. Notice that homeboy right here says that he's maxed. Very good job, buddy. You gave me all this wonderful mana per second. Well, if the time is right, that's correct, Iron Anger. Number 1 friendly if I'm in that mood. 1 year, I let 15,000 survivors go. In that year, I was 100% friendly. The next year, I decided to become the number 1 Demogorgon in the world. And we was not very friendly, let me just say. We got a little bit spicy. Brother Love probably got a little bit too close to PG-13, if I'm being completely honest. But we're not done playing Dead by Daylight. See, I stream on Twitch and I upload the videos on YouTube. So if you ever want to watch me stream live, I will still be playing Dead by Daylight. But I'm going to do a Let's Play of this game. This is one of my number 1 priorities. And so now we're going to transition to the Necromancer and his pet. Now's a good time. So let's put this guy out. Let him get some levels. When he hits 91, I can switch to the Risen Giant, who's twice as good as this guy. Boom. Oh, look at this beautiful Chad right here. Dude, look at that. Increases profits, shard pools increased, ability power, idle bonuses. He crits. He clicks things for me. He collects shards for me. He's like the best pet a Necromancer could ever have. When he hits like level 100, I switch to Necro. Yeah, he's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you guys what a burst looks like on the Necromancer. And then we'll go through and show you guys what we did in the game. Now, I'm going to do a Let's Play where we start at the very beginning of the game and we work our way all the way to where we currently are. When we hit about E200, I'm going to switch back to this save. Because on this save, we're basically a month ahead of E200 because we crafted all the items. Now, it might sound fun to some people to let's play a month's worth of crafted items. I just don't think the audience is going to be interested in seeing that. Let me be 100% honest with you. It sounds more fun than it would probably be to do. It's a lot of time and effort. So we'll be switching to our P6 at that point. This guy right here. Okay, we can switch to Necro now. Once you choose a wizard, you cannot go back to a different wizard. You notice that our spell slots changed a little bit. This is the build-up phase for the wizard, for the necromancer. Necromancer uses a very specific ability called Nightfall. It takes a really long time to charge this. That's why the necromancer is he's the kind of character that you want to play when you're doing other things, right? You can play him online, you can play him offline, but you need to build up some charges of this. Looks like last night I cast this spell 400 times. So that's a lot. This is what we call a persistent spell. Do you see persistent up there? That means the first time to get the first charge took me like a couple of hours to get one charge. But because it's persistent across all playthroughs, the math on this slowly rises to get faster. Yeah, I know. It's if you like Dead by Daylight, which is a lot of suffering, it's a teeny tiny little bit of suffering to get this spell going. It's a little hard, but once it's going, boy is it beautiful and amazing. You see the increased charging speed right there? It was way lower when I first started playing the Necromancer. So, and by the time we're done, who knows how high it's going to be. But we almost got a charge already, and it's only been a couple of minutes. That's fantastic, man. Look at that. We're getting 2% a tick. You might be wondering what gives it ticks. Every time you cast a spell, it'll give it a little tick of charge. Oh, we're 125 already. Look at us. We're pogtastic. We're delightful. We're using our first set of gear. See? First set of gear. And now we're going to switch to the build-up phase, which is a different spell set. Notice that this ability puts these 4 things out, but they're way stronger than they would normally be. These are our void mana entities. You know, you watch a lot of things like Star Trek and they find this alien intelligence. Well, in this game, you find the alien intelligence and then you eat it for void mana, basically. And this spell right here milks these guys for their void mana and makes this number go super high. Yeah, we like to see that number go up. Numbers go up makes BrotherLove's heart happy. We're going to wait till the numbers stop going up, and then we're going to move to our burst phase. And in the burst phase, obviously, we start blasting. You know what I'm saying? We're going to spend that void mana as fast as we can. And I don't know if we're even going to earn any profit at all, because like I said, I normally let this run 12 hours. This is just to show you guys a for instance of how to play the Necromancer. I would be shocked if we got anything. But if we do, I'm going to be super happy. See, we're at 0 right now. This is called the pre-burst phase. So the phase that lasts the longest is called build up. You build up your levels, you build up your character, you build up your stacks of Nightfall, your stacks of Ritual of Power. And then the pre-burst is usually your second longest phase. Say, build up is 80%, pre-burst is 15%, and your burst phase is only 5% of your time. It's over like that. Oh, we got another attribute point. Don't mind if I do. Every point counts. Every little bit helps in this game. So when do you burst? When this number does not go any higher, that's when you burst. I just changed my gear to the pre-burst set. So if I remember correctly, I think we can get to E12 before we burst. So what does E mean? This is a scientific notation. So I believe if we started with 1, that's E1. 10, I think is E2. 100's E3. I could be wrong. I could be way off on that. Because I know a billion's E7. So this is way beyond trillions right here. Yeah, I could be wrong about that. E might represent the number of zeros after 1. That might be what I'm thinking. Trying to explain something scientific. Of course, BrotherLove's not going to be good at that. My apologies, guys. I should be better at that kind of thing, shouldn't I? Especially since I put so many hours in this game. Let's just say that E represents the number of zeros after a number, and E11 is astronomical. It's way high. But if I remember correctly, I think we can get to E12 before we burst. I can't believe this video has already been an hour. There's just a lot to explain in this game, and the game's fun, and it really didn't feel bad to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I kind of enjoyed the journey. It's enjoyable. Click this, make it auto buy anything if it can. So far it hasn't been able to buy anything, but when we burst, the likelihood is very high that we will be able to buy some things. A secret for you guys in case you want to level your character to a much higher level, if you change this out for the one that consumes them, this dude right here, the avoid automation, it levels the necromancer super fast. Here, let me show you real quick. There's no reason not to show you guys something that is super cool and helps out a lot. It clicks based upon the level of your pet. So it clicks super fast, like it'll do once every 10 seconds because he's level 105. The higher level, the quicker he clicks. Look how much experience we got. Every 10 seconds we're getting a tremendous amount of experience. So why does that matter, BrotherLove? Why does it matter what level your character is? The higher level your character is, the bigger your burst phase is going to be. So I like him to be, you know, a couple of levels higher, and then we'll go back to pre-burst. You know, we'll just do whatever is reasonable. We're going to make reasonable decisions here. See, 122 is looking very reasonable right now. With my Chronomancer, I was bursting with him being level 138, just for an example. That was my last Chronomancer burst, so significantly higher level than our Necromancer currently is. But that's because they're different classes. They have different strengths and weaknesses. Meanwhile, the Chronomancer only earned E1.5 the last time I ran him, and this absolute Chad at a lower level earned E11, E12, E13, something like that. Some tremendous number of mysteries, like 10 times more than the Chronomancer did. So we're going to get at least a level 122. Putting a couple seconds into this is only going to help us. It's not going to hurt at all. We could wait for 123, but I'm not going to. There we go. Let's switch back to our building phase. We're building back up to E12. And after we get to E12, we'll burst. And then I'll show you guys the rest of the gameplay. And I will prepare the video for upload to YouTube. Good times, good times. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm not sure how far into E12 we'll get, but I'll take whatever it gives me. In a perfect world, I get one more charge of this. In fact, I might need to just need to charge this up one more time real quick. And we can do that super simply by doing this. This is the fastest way to charge Nightfall. Let's just go ahead and build up another charge of it real quick. There's no reason not to. Look, it's going up by 1% every time these two things click. It's going to build us up a second charge. More burst is more burst. You know what I'm saying? This is still going to be going up. Void mana go up, good. Burst go up, good. We're winning. This is how you win at the video game. I'm trying to get as big a burst as possible to show it off to you guys. I want you guys to see how beautiful this game is, because it is beautiful. You can see what my spell sets look like real quick. Okay, this is pre-burst, and this is absolute pogtastic burst mode. So we're gonna go 3 and then 4. Okay. I'm gonna wait until I get 4 charges. Show you guys what the buffs do. I went from VIP 5 to VIP 6 recently, and it gave me these buffs for 3 days. Profit per second, more shards, more crit chance, more void entity spawns, and all attributes. Now, I played this game without buffs and without VIP for the vast majority of my playthrough in this game. But, you know, if you got a couple extra runes to spare, or you want to give the devs, you want to throw them something, this area right here gives you a chance to throw stuff. If you're part of the Discord, they put out a code like once or twice a month. You get free stuff from the codes, usually some relics and some other stuff. This is where you buy your pet. He eats the bats. You can buy resources, all kinds of boosts. But again, this stuff's not necessary. It's only if you want to give back to the developer. You can do everything 100% for free. Unlike Diablo Immortal, which it turns out, the whole game's like this giant sham. It's like this giant scam. I would never recommend Diablo Immortal to anybody ever. It's basically the worst kind of gambling addiction game ever created. And they're even so scummy that they have this battle pass, this daily buff login reward thing, and it gives you these crests, but they're called bound legendary crests. And that gave everybody the impression that they're as good as the unbound legendary crest, because they look exactly alike. But that one word difference is tricking so many people into buying battle passes and daily login rewards, and it's not nearly as good an item as a unbound that you pay cash money straight up for. That's insane to me. It blows my mind that Blizzard has created a game that pay to win. And you know, I thought it was going to be a good idea when Blizzard got bought out, but then they put out Diablo Immortal. So you can't say, oh, all this is Blizzard's fault, because Blizzard hadn't existed for years. Activision Blizzard doesn't exist anymore. the current version of Blizzard exists. So yeah, that's the big drama going on right now. If you watch this video on YouTube in years from now, the big drama right this second is the fact that it takes like $500,000 or more to max out your character in Diablo Immortal. This one streamer has spent $10,000 in cash, and they have not got a 5-star legendary gem yet. $10,000. So that streamer put more money than I made at Burger King in a year. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's really sad. I don't think people in the first world realize how good we have it. That people can do that kind of thing. That's not normal. That's a very abnormal experience for most people. Anyway, that's the current drama going on. Politically, what's going on right now, in case you guys are curious, is there's a war between the R and the U, and by all indications, it looks like R has taken over all of the ports and natural resource in Russian, where those citizens live. Basically, the east and the west. Basically, the east and the south of U. And we don't know yet what they're going to do, what their next step is. They might stop here. They might do more. We don't know. That's what's going on politically right now. Let's see. Religiously, is there anything going on? I can't think of any big religious issue. There's some moral issues going on that's really troubling. Like some very shady things are happening in society right now, and I fear that if you put your moral compass on social media instead of on the Bible, you might end up mentally unhealthy. Is my fear, because there's some agendas being pushed right now that weaken the family unit, and it's very sad. I don't know. The great thing about being a Christian is that you know God's will is being done, and history's a mystery. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to fathom how things are going to play out. But we know that God cares about us and He loves us very much. So things are going to work out for us. We really don't even have to worry about this kind of stuff, to be honest with you. The Bible says don't even worry about worrying, because God knows what you need before you even ask. So it looks like we're fully charged here. That's wonderful. Let's take this off autocast. How about that? We're gonna let it fill up. Gonna let this stay full. And let's see, we're at 145 E12. That looks like it might be as high as we can get with our Void Mana, ladies and gentlemen. That looks like it's the tippy top. Yeah, it's saying, I want to be 146, please. So close. You could do it. I believe in you, little buddy. Look at it. It's trying its hardest to be 146. You did it. Yay. Alright, now we're going to go to burst phase. So I'm going to put on a different set of gear really fast, and I'm going to go... let's make sure that our pre-burst works real quick with the spell set. Let's let this fill up real quick, and then we'll go back to 146. Let this fill up. Okay, it's filled up. Good. We're going to let it go back to 146. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. That's okay. It's not a big deal. We can fix that. We'll just let it fill back up again real quick, and then we'll go to actual burst. The set that you just saw me using is a pre-burst to make sure that all my burst spells are maxed, obviously you want them to be maxed. So we're just gonna let it go back to like 145, 146, and then we're gonna go to our actual burst set. We're gonna put on a burst set of gear, and we're gonna put on our burst spells, and we're gonna see if we earn any mysteries. So far, we're still at 0 right now. This is a much faster burst than I would ever do on the Necromancer, just so you know. I would normally ensure that I have 12 hours bare minimum before I would burst. I was thinking this video was going to be much shorter, but there's so much to explain in this game. There's so much to explain. These are mana sources. They give you mana per second. You use your mana per second for profit. Profits give you mystery. This is spell shards. Spell shards are used to cast spells. These are void entities. Void entities give you void mana, which increases this burst to give you more profits. That's basically the simple gameplay loop. And I know it didn't sound simple, which is what I think the people on the Discord don't understand, because they're such experts at playing the game and they've been playing it for years. They don't understand that to the average person that plays this game is super mysterious and complex. But it's beautiful. I don't mean that as a negative. I just mean there's a specific word for when that happens. For when you're in a bubble of a community and things seem super simple to you, but to the outside things are not simple at all. And we're ready. You ready, guys? Here it comes. This is the moment that we've been waiting for this entire time. Change gear, change burst set. Let's burst. Let's burst it out. This is a burst, baby. We bursting. What you just saw was the most mana we're going to get in that one burst. Let's see, this is 438. I don't even know if we get there to unlock this one. I don't think we do. So we didn't even earn enough mana to buy a single upgrade. Now the last time I bursted this morning before I started streaming, I bought multiple upgrades. So that just shows the difference in a 12-hour burst versus a 1-hour burst. Let's see if we earned anything. This is the big moment. This is the moment of truth. Nope, we did not earn anything from that burst. But again, what did we expect was going to happen, right? We're not going to exile. What we're going to do is we're just going to go back to our pre-burst set, and we're going to let Nightfall and Ritual Power build up tremendously more. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go to our pre-burst. There we go. Gonna let everything build up. Just showing you guys, but we did get on the... We didn't earn anything, but we got on the list. I mean, this is profit. Don't get me wrong. It's insignificant profit, but we did earn something in a 1-hour burst. I don't want to sound ungrateful. Let's save this character into save real quick. Let's see if we got anything else going on. Nope, we look good. Let's save this. Let's export it. Boom. I had one open apparently. Paste. File. Save as. I believe we're on this one. Version 7. Click save. Boom. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to show you guys what the game looks like, okay? Through imports. Let me take you on a magical journey of imports. So let's see what an absolute fresh save looks like. Check this out. Boom. This is a beginning save right here. This is, you just started the game, you have nothing. No VIP, no nothing. We're gonna go to import. Let's see, Druid Pixie picked. Select all. Copy. Paste, import, there we go. And this is a couple of hours later when we have the Druid and the Pixie unlocked. This is your first wizard, your first pet. They're unlocked. They're on the way. They're working hard. They have not earned any mysteries for an exile yet, but this is what it'll look like when you get your first character and your first pet. The guide recommends that you do this combination right here to level up, but I personally recommend that instead you do the things that work the fastest. This is 1250, this is 900 for 15 seconds. I recommend that you cast these, and let me tell you why. Because you need exactly 100 spell casts to unlock your automatic spell caster. It'll give you one spell that you can set to reckless or patient casting. But you need to cast 100 spells first. After you cast your 100 spells and you unlock it, and then you can set this to the red color by pressing shift and pressing this button. Then you put this on and it will cast this as fast as it can. And you basically just use those two things, then you'll get a third spell slot. And when you get a third spell slot, you're going to want to put Void Lure in there. This one right here. And then after you build up a couple of those, you're going to want to put Summon Evergreen Forest in there instead. And you're just going to have these things casting. And before you know it, you're going to unlock exiling. It won't take too long. In fact, let's go ahead and import one just to show you guys what we're talking about. This is the Druid, and no, this is, oh yeah, I told you guys that I used the second wizard too. Here's the second wizard. Select all, copy. I want to show you guys the second wizard because I did it with 3 different wizards. Let's import right here, paste, boom. Oh look, see, we got the he's called the Demonologist, and his specific pet is called the Daemon. Now he can use any pet, but this is the best pet for him. And you put this on Reckless, and you cast the things. He gets the experience. Oh look at this. We're ready for our first exile. Yay! Our very first exile in the game. You know, if you guys are interested in having this save file, also just let me know, and I will share this save file with you guys too. If you wanna put in that Game Genie code and get you a little further in the game. Now, what I'm not gonna share on stream ever is a code that's gonna give away VIP for free or relics for free. The game developers worked really hard on this game for thousands of hours, so I will never give away something that costs money for free. It's not mine to give away. But the way I currently understand our policy is I'm more than welcome to share a save file of this sort with you guys because the VIP is not here. So if you guys message me, you know, just leave a comment. Hey, I'd like to get that combination you got that can exile. I'll give it to you because this is the one time that the Demonologist is effective in the game. This is the only time that homeboy is ever useful. So we got a Druid save, we got a Demonologist save, we got a Necro save. Let me go ahead and show you that one real quick. That way you guys know that I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I wouldn't lie to you. Let's go to desktop, Idle Wizard. Would not lie to you guys. What are we looking for? The Necro. Here's Druid Zombie. maybe I misunderstood. I think I have G. Yeah, it wasn't the necromancer. It was the druid plus the golem. My bad. My apologies. Druid plus golem. Let's go to that one. I thought I had a necro one, but it doesn't look like I do. I'll do a necro one later. Listen, that's the great thing about this game is because you can reset everything and not lose your progress ever. I love that. I love that I can play many different versions of the game super simply. Copy. Paste. I'll do one for you guys. It's not a big deal. Just import it here. Boom. This guy has 100 billion. And all you got to do is press the exile button, guys. That's all you got to do. Press the exile button. And then you will unlock your attributes. See? 100. Well, 10 billion. I got 100 billion. Jeez, I did better than that. Somebody misread the instructions. My apologies, guys. Oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Yeah, that looks like we're done, guys. This is the stream for today, but let me just go ahead and switch back so you guys can see that nothing was lost in doing all that. We'll just switch back to Homeboy real quick. And we will save this. We will save this video to YouTube. Copy. Boom. Boom. We will end the video and we'll save it to YouTube. Doesn't that sound great? It does. Boom. Import. Hey, we're back. See? With the VIP and everything. And we are going to do a Let's Play of this game, and it will be fun. I'm a huge fan of this game. Ooh, we got us another attribute. Wait, what? Say what? Thank you, sir. Let's go. Okay, let's get this stuff rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, we'll put these two on that. Let's save that. Beautiful. Excellent. Delightful. Mwah. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing here. In fact, do this my way. Do it the way I want to do it. Let's do it this way. Gorgeous. I'm getting experience by doing it this way. Let me see what shoulders I'm wearing, because I think I want to be wearing a different shoulder while I do this. Yeah. Because we're actually in a different phase right now. So I want this. The Artificer's shoulder pads. And let's save this set as number 4. Okay. Beautiful. Excellent. Delightful. I think everything's going our ways, ladies and gentlemen. We had a really good day. We showed off all the things. We reviewed the game. So, in conclusion, Idle Wizard is the pinnacle of all Idle games that have ever been created. Better than Melvor Idle, better than NGU, better than Clicker Heroes, better than Cookie Clicker, better than any Idle game ever created. This is the piece de resistance, the magnum opus. This is the greatest Idle game. It's the most complex, it's the most fun, it has the most replay value because you can play whatever wizard you want. I love that you can reset to game to any point you want to with the simple import and export buttons. I highly recommend this game to anybody that loves Idle games or loves clicker games, because again, I want to emphasize, there is a clicker class that can get you all the way to tier 2, and then there's a clicker class that can get you all the way to in-game. So you can, if you want to be an active player, there's multiple active classes, but there's one specific clicker class for each, okay? There's active classes and there's passive classes. Obviously this is a passive class. Let's see if we need to conclude with anything else. The graphics are beautiful. The numbers go up, system's magnificent. The depth is deeper than any other Idle game I've ever played. You do not have to pay to win in this game, which I think is more important than anything else, because there's some pay for convenience things on other Idle games. I'm not going to say that they're necessarily pay to win, but You don't have to spend a penny. I got to over E600 without spending a penny in this game before I decided to invest. So guys, knock a step out, do the same, help these devs out. They're wonderful, they're beautiful, they're delightful. As always, God bless you guys. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. I hope your lives are going well. Feel free to drop me a line. Feel free to see me streaming on Twitch, where I stream different games, like mainly Dead by Daylight, but I'll be streaming this game too. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And that's gonna end the stream. Bye, guys. Yes, beautiful.